The crypto market was rocked to its very core, as the value of FTT, the token issued by crypto exchange giant FTX, experienced a catastrophic collapse. In just 3 short days, the world's 15 largest cryptocurrencies were collectively dealt a staggering $150 billion blow to their market value. The decline of FTT was devastating, losing a staggering 80% of its value in just 72 hours, leaving those who had placed their trust in FTX reeling in complete shock and disbelief. But what have led to this situation? Sam Bankman-Fried, also known as SBF, rose to fame as the co-founder and former CEO of the now-defunct crypto exchange, FTX. SBF graduated from the prestigious Massachusetts Institute of Technology in 2014, with a degree in physics and minor in mathematics. In 2013, he had a summer internship at the renowned Jane Street Capital in New York, and after graduation, jumped at the chance to join the firm full-time as a trader. At Jane Street, he specialized in arbitrage trading strategies focused on exchange-traded funds. He worked at Jane Street for 3 years before stumbling across cryptocurrency in late 2017. At that time, the crypto industry was still nascent, and crypto trading infrastructure was minimal. Despite the flood of buyers flowing into the market, there were few firms providing platforms for buying and selling crypto. With the money starting to pour in, Bankman-Fried knew it was time to make his move. He left his job at Jane Street and founded his own quantitative trading firm, Alameda Research, in November 2017 at the young age of 25. He quickly realized that the opportunities for arbitrage were endless. He focused on a Japanese arbitrage trade, where he could buy Bitcoin in the US and sell it in Japan. He could make a killing with the differences in prices, pocketing a staggering 10% profit. The firm quickly took off, and Bankman-Fried revealed in an interview that they were sometimes making as much as $25 million a day. In April 2019, Sam Bankman-Fried and Zixao Gary Wang, both MIT graduates, launched the revolutionary cryptocurrency exchange, FTX. Little did they know that it would quickly become a powerhouse in the crypto industry. FTX offered derivatives, options, tokenized stocks, leveraged tokens, and an NFT marketplace, making it a one-stop shop for all crypto-related needs, solidifying its position as a leader in the industry. This success was not just limited to their exchange, it also begat a $2 billion venture fund that seeded other crypto firms, making FTX a true game-changer in the space. As the crypto world began to take center stage during last pandemic, SBF and his Bahamian-based company thrived, with his personal net worth exceeding $26 billion. Sam Bankman-Fried was determined to beat Binance, one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in the world, by playing by the rules. He believed that by operating in a compliant and regulated manner, his company Alameda Research would be able to attract institutional investors and larger clients who were hesitant to use exchanges that may have been operating outside of the law. His ambitions to beat Binance by regulations were ultimately in vain. Reports began to surface on November 2, 2022, of mismanagement of funds and a lack of liquidity at both FTX and Bankman-Fried's trading firm, Alameda Research. CoinDesk dug deep and uncovered a shocking revelation. Alameda Research's portfolio was not what it seemed. Instead of the usual liquid assets, the company's largest holdings turned out to be billions of dollars worth of illiquid FTT tokens. This news set off alarm bells in the crypto community, and on November 6th, the CEO of rival exchange Binance, Changpeng Zhao, also known as CZ, announced that he would be selling off Binance's stockpile of FTT token. His announcement was a major blow to FTX and the value of FTT, as it sparked widespread suspicion that the exchange didn't have the liquidity needed to back transactions and stay afloat. Investors panicked and began withdrawing their funds from the platform, with FTX seeing $5 billion in withdrawals on November 6th alone. Sam Bankman-Fried's main international FTX exchange held just $900 million in easily sellable assets, against $9 billion of liabilities the day before it collapsed into bankruptcy. The largest portion of those liquid assets listed was $470 million of Robinhood shares. The revelation of these assets added to the shock as the true state of the exchange's finances came to light. The lack of liquidity for these assets made it difficult for investors to recoup their funds, adding to the overall sense of betrayal and disappointment. As the news of FTX's troubles broke, FTT tokens' value took a nosedive, and the panic spread like wildfire. Investors scrambled to sell off their Bitcoin and Ethereum holdings, leading to a dramatic drop in value for these cryptocurrencies in the days that followed. In a desperate attempt to save the floundering exchange, Sam Bankman-Fried and Changpeng Zhao from Binance attempted to strike a deal for Binance to acquire the non-US branch of FTX. The two CEOs signed a non-binding letter of intent on November 8th, essentially promising to bail out the failing exchange to prevent a larger market crash. However, after examining FTX's management and financial records, the company withdrew from the agreement, declaring media claims of mishandling of customer funds and suspected U.S. agency investigations. On November 8th, FTX halted all non-fiat customer withdrawals, and Bankman-Fried posted a string of apologies on Twitter, explaining FTX's liquidity issues and promising more transparency. However, the situation went from bad to worse, as other potential bailout parties withdrew from the deal, and FTX filed for voluntary Chapter 11 bankruptcy proceedings for FTX, FTX US, and Alameda on November 11th. Despite the bankruptcy filing, FTX US also temporarily froze withdrawals on November 11th, following the bankruptcy announcement, and the wallets were emptied in an apparent hack that night. More than $600 million was drained from the wallets, and FTX posted about the hack on its support channel, Telegram, warning users not to go to the FTX site as it might download Trojans. The aftermath of the hack and bankruptcy filing was dire, with FTX's balance sheet, dated November 10th, showing $9 billion in liabilities and just $900 million in assets that could be easily sold. In a shocking new court filing, the company admitted that it had left creditors in the dust. The top 50 were collectively owed a staggering $3.1 billion, with the largest being owed a mind-boggling $226 million. FTX later updated the number of potential creditors from 100,000 to an astounding 1 million. The company was under criminal investigation in the Bahamas, where the exchange is based. FTX's new CEO, John J. Ray, painted a dire picture of the company's financials in a court filing, stating that FTX did not keep appropriate books or records or security controls with respect to its digital assets. Furthermore, on December 12th, authorities in the Bahamas arrested Bankman-Fried at the request of the U.S. government to extradite him for 8 criminal charges, including wire fraud and conspiracy to defraud investors. The unraveling of the FTX saga continues with shocking developments as former Alameda Research CEO Caroline Ellison and FTX co-founder Gary Wang pleaded guilty to charges arising from their participation in schemes to defraud FTX's customers and investors, as well as other illicit activities, according to federal prosecutors. The drama reaches a boiling point as the mastermind behind it all, Sam Bankman-Fried, appeared in a New York courtroom on January 3rd, where he pleaded not guilty to each of the charges against him. Whole crypto industry, its investors and experts wondering, where will it all end? The collapse of FTX has left many customers wondering what the future holds for their assets on the exchange. The company's Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing includes FTX US, and the new CEO, John J. Ray, stated that the companies aim to maximize recoveries for stakeholders. However, as of now, there is no clear guidance for affected investors. In a court filing, the exchange listed its top creditors, the investors to whom they owe money. The exchange owes its top 50 creditors almost $3.1 billion combined, with over half of that amount owed to just the top 10. With the possibility of over 1 million individual creditors and contact with dozens of international financial regulators. Adding to the uncertainty, a substantial portion of assets held with FTX may be missing or stolen, according to CEO John J. Ray. The company is now reviewing its available assets and is preparing to sell or restructure to repay investors, but the balance sheets included in the bankruptcy filing show that FTX assets are worth far less than initially claimed. As the bankruptcy proceedings began on November 22nd, many investors who had assets stored on FTX still couldn't withdraw their funds from the platform, while affected investors can now file a proof of claim form by mail to verify the funds they may have lost on the platform during its crash and bankruptcy. The electronic filings will be available at a later date, and a filing deadline has not yet been set. The fall of FTX sent shockwaves through the crypto market, sending prices tumbling and leaving investors scrambling. Bitcoin's value dipped below $16,000 on November 9th, with $3.2 billion taken off exchanges between November 8th and 15th. The troubles didn't stop there, as other cryptocurrencies like Solana was also affected. Solana dipped below $13, following reports that Alameda held a large amount of it. The Solana network's applications lost over $700 million in combined assets, and the cryptocurrency dipped again on November 13th. This was due in part to the high percentage of Solana's holdings held by Alameda Research, which caused concern among investors. Additionally, the withdrawal of collateralized assets, such as SBTC and other projects, has led to questions about their presence on the Solana network. The stablecoin Tether, which is designed to maintain a 1-to-1 ratio with the US dollar, also experienced a 3% deviation from its peg. The fall of SBF Empire has been a major event in the crypto industry, leaving investors, experts, and the general public with a lot of questions. FTX, which had soared to the heights of success, with its innovative features and strong liquidity, tumbled down in a fiery crash of legal troubles and fraudulent allegations in the matter of days. The estimated liabilities of FTX make it the largest crypto-related bankruptcy ever filed, leaving many to wonder if this is just the tip of the iceberg in the crypto market. Other companies in the industry are now using this as an opportunity to showcase their own transparency and reserves, but it's clear that the incident has raised concerns about the overall oversight and regulation in the crypto market. So that's the end of the video around everything about FTX and Alameda collapse. Now, if you have found the content helpful, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.